driving my 2010 Volvo S80 V8 Executive. I mean, honestly, I love this car to death. It is the most reliable car I've ever had. It's also one of the most fuel efficient cars, believe it or not, I've ever had. So this actually has Volvo's and also Noble's motor too. It's a 4.4 liter Yamaha Tune V8. I think it's called a B18SS. So yeah, it has about 311 horsepower, 327 pound-feet of torque. The one gripe that I do have with this car is the fact that when Volvo made this motor, what they did was the transmission is basically maxed out from the factory, so you can't really modify it to a certain extent, which sucks. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's the most comfortable car I've ever had too. It has massaging seats, has my pop-up GPS that I love and I always get people with too. As you can see it pop up right now. And it's just, like I said, it's just a very comfortable cruising car, besides my Camaro, which sucks at cruising anywhere. But besides that, yeah, you know, just check it out, see how it goes. I know that somebody just literally just stared at me for whatever reason. I have no clue why. It just stared at me. But all right. But yeah, you know, just, you know. And on top of that, so like I said, this was Volvo's flagship model back in 2010. And so now what they had to replace it is the S90, which I really want badly. Like, I need that car badly, and I do plan on buying one here in the near future. But yeah, so this was actually, I think, the last year of the V8. So basically what the executive package gives you is the massaging seats, the refrigerator in the back center armrest, and we also have the adaptive cruise control with the lane keep assist. So basically, the car, to a certain extent, drives itself. It's very, I guess, dated in a way, adaptive cruise control systems. But you know, it is what it is. Brand new, this car costs right around $67,000, and for 2010, that's a nice little penny. I didn't buy it brand new, obviously. I bought it last year, and I bought it for like $8,000, which was, I couldn't beat the price at the time because the car, you know, was you know, decent miles, and it was very well taken care of. Like, I have an entire booklet of service records for this car. But yeah, you know, and actually for what it is and for how heavy this car weighs, it actually is pretty quick off its feet. I won't lie. I've actually beat a couple of like actual real sports cars, if you will, with this car. So it's not a Camaro, my Camaro for example, but it's not, you know, like you would think it is, like my Life Alert license plate says. It's not really an old people's car as you would think a Volvo would be. So I mean, I'll just get onto it really quick, going from a 45, well, from a 55, and let's see how it does here. And we are in Mexico, just so you guys know, but that was 55 to a nice little number. So yeah, I mean, it's decent. Like I said, at 311 horsepower, it didn't jump around that, especially with this car, with it being tuned by Yamaha. So I mean, it's decent. We are planning on taking this car to Florida, which would be the longest trip I've ever had with this car. We're taking it to Florida in January, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, that you have the Dyne audio system, which, in my opinion, for 2010 was a great audio system. You know, you have Bose and BL, so as far as, you know, high, a little bit topper notch quality compared to Bose, Dynamo is one of the best in my opinion. And yeah, as you can hear, that's my my automatic braking system. I got too close to the car. That's what I hate too. If I have cruise control on and a car, let's say, cuts me up, we do live in Columbus, which always happens. The car will really slam when it brakes, and that's the biggest thing that I hate about this car. So, I mean, we will do a top 5 things I like and top 5 things that I hate about all of our cars. We do Mercedes, Volvo, Camaro, Evo, and everything else. So don't worry about all that. But yeah, I mean, it's, like I said, as far as a laid-back cruising machine, I love it. So yeah, we'll do a couple little quick glamour shots with it and see how it goes. But you know, it's nice. Now this does have the 6-speed Volvo transmission, and like I said, it's a very good transmission for what it is. It's just the fact of the matter is that it came from the factory basically like maxed out, if you will. Like I said, we can't really modify it to a more extent without getting a built transmission for it, and no one really modifies Volvos, obviously. So it's very hard to find any modification for this car, which sucks. Because I would like to, get a little bit extra horsepower out of it, just to keep it up to what the new cars can do nowadays. But it's decent. But yeah, it actually has a very good exhaust note too for what it is. So, like I said, this motor, I mean, with a couple of little differences in it, is the same motor that powers the Noble M600, which, as you guys know, that is that twin turbo, I believe 650 horsepower sports car from Noble, and I love that car. Like that's one of my top dream cars, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, I mean, this is a nice car to have.